Good morning, afternoon, day or night, everyone. My name is Amira Seria. I am 10 years old. Some of my hobbies are drumming, reading. I love to read. I also make miniature supplies for my baby sister's dolls, Pretty Wed. I am the Courts National Reading Champion. I'm also the OECS Reading Second Place Champion. And as a result of those, I've gotten some excellent opportunities. For example, I've introduced the Prime Minister, I've read the news twice, I've went to meetings, and there are some videos of these on my Facebook page, Mimi Reads, and where I read stories and videos about my life, basically through screens, to people that want to hear bedtime stories, or even when you're bored and you just want to hear a story. And today I'm here with Kevin Maffre, my PE teacher, to interview him on his book that he wrote, Purposely. First, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So you wrote a book, Purpose Driven. Is there any book you're interested in writing again, or are you looking forward to writing another book or become an author?
That's a wonderful question, and I will say yes to that question, because this book is just an introductory piece of work to bring another aspect of what I want to speak about. And I was inspired by many other writers who try to convey the same message, and I believe the message doesn't stop with only one book.
Interesting.
I think so too.
So you want to do more than PE?
Well, that's a wonderful question as well, because I teach PE right now, and I think my passion came from wanting to assist persons in achieving in sports, but then I branch out from sports and I look at the holistic picture. So where I started as a physical education teacher is to help persons to achieve in the area of sports, but now I'm thinking about the area of life. So to answer your question, yes, I want to go beyond PE, but I don't want to go away from teaching. I want to help persons to understand life on a higher level, or a level that will make them more fulfilled throughout this existence.
Okay. Well, let's speak about the reason why we are.
Wonderful.
Okay. So can you tell me what motivated the process of writing such a piece of literature?
That's a very good question, and I think you will naturally asking such questions. And where I came from, and it has to do with the environment that I grew up in and how young persons around me tend to live life. And there is something called an existential crisis, and it's just a term just to say that persons live life meaninglessly. And what I'm trying to say is that we have no objective goal in life, and because of that we tend to live in a situation in life where we suffer with depression, we suffer with anxiety, and we suffer with a level of addiction, and that's what is affecting us as young people. And when I saw that growing up, I think I was affected by that type of life as well, and me trying to get myself to live a life which is better than what I was used to because of the environment that I grew up in. I tend to take some time to investigate what causes the harmful nature of life that young persons tend to live. And because of that, I grew into investigating life, into reading a lot about life, into watching persons and how they go about their daily living. And that brought me to a place that I was so empathetic and sincere. I wanted to help. I wanted to show persons, or I wanted to understand the problem so well and teach persons that certain things that we're doing in life it's not going to help us to live a more fruitful life. And it came to me that I discovered that to live a life which is meaningful, you must have a goal in mind. You must have an objective, and that's where the name of the book came from, purpose driven. There is something that you must live for, and when you live for something genuinely, you tend to be more driven towards wanting to achieve that thing, and that gets you in a place in life where you are not only living for survival, you're not only focusing on just surviving, you're focusing on thriving, and that's what life is about. Life is about thriving. As a young person in school, you have things that you want to accomplish, and you feel happy when you accomplish those things. And working towards the goal is what's important to you. Accomplishing the goal is important as well. It makes you feel good, and that's where thriving comes in. And the human beings are meant to thrive. We are not only here just to survive. We're meant to do great things in life, and that's what I want for my students. I want them to be great at school, and I want them to be great at life, not just only at school. And that's what motivated me. Yeah, I get that a lot when I explain it that way. A lot of persons tend to pay attention to it. They want to hear, like, they really are interested in that aspect. And I get some nice reviews from the book, because persons read the book and they're telling me that it helps them to think about certain questions. And I'm not saying the book is something it's perfect, but the objective of me writing the book is to ask persons to think. Think about life, think about your life, think about life in general, and to think about how to live life properly. That's the objective that I'm trying to bring out.
What was the idea which inspired your book, or did you just sit there and think, hey, I'm gonna write a book?
I don't think it's the latter one. I think the idea really came from my passion. My passion, and I am passionate about life. And you follow it properly. Since I'm passionate about life, I like to think on life. I like to think about things that has to do with life and how to make life better. And when you ask yourself what is the highest form of life, or who's the highest form of life? The highest form of life is me and you, human beings. So if I am passionate about life, inevitably I will be passionate about human beings, like I said earlier, and how to help human beings achieve. And how do you help someone to achieve? What is the main organ that helps human beings drive the actions? Majority of the time you have to understand that the mind is something that is very important. So if I love life, so since I love life, I love human beings, and then I'm trying to help human beings to give the most powerful tool which was given to us from the Creator, which is our mind. I want to give it direction. I try to give the human mind direction. That's why it comes back to the name of the book, Purpose Driven. The meaning of life is found in the purpose to live. Because I think human beings must have an aim. You must have an aim for your life. You must have something to shoot for. I think if we stay without an aim or without something to shoot for, I think we'll be wandering around not doing anything meaningful. And if you're not doing anything meaningful, you're wasting your time. And if you're wasting your time, you go back to depression. You go back to majority of the times you have persons committing suicide because they have no aim in life. They're not aiming for anything greater than just them. And even J.F. Kennedy, he was a president of the United States at some time. He made a wonderful quote. He said, it's not what your country can do for you, but it's what you can do for your country. So your aim should intertwine with how you help other persons as well. And to live with a purpose, when you have a purpose, it's not only about you. It's about what you can do for life, in life, to make life better for other persons. So, and even biblical references that when they spoke to Jesus and they asked him, how do I become great? And he says, the greatest among you will be the ones that is living of service to you. So to have a purpose and to live with that purpose is not something you do only for yourself. It's true that you can benefit from it, but in order for you to benefit, you must be able to take care of life in a higher order, not only for yourself. And this idea was something that is so profound It was so profound, it came to me, and I just felt that I needed to share that with the world, because a lot of us live in a selfish perspective of life. It's only about me, like what I would do for me. And we only chase materialistic things, like we only chase money, we chase this, we chase that, but we're not helping each other. But love is the most fundamental aspect of this existence. And if you go based on love, you will want to help your brother, you will want to help somebody, you will want to help life itself. And if we live that way, and that's what I believe if we live that way, having a purpose and being driven with a purpose, I believe a lot of the things that we are suffering with as people, we will contend with it better. We will not like be perfect at it, but we'll be able to deal with it in a better manner. And that's the idea that built up within me when I came up with this book.
Since you wrote this book to help people, name 5 people who inspire you.
Inspiration. Inspiration basically comes from within, but you tend to have persons who tend to tap into it, and I really think one of them was my little brother. He is very inspirational. He has so much love, and the reason why I am even on this journey is to try to create not only an environment but a society which he can thrive in, and that's one of the reasons why I'm doing that. I'm very family oriented, and I will say I love reading, so I love reading this clinical psychologist, Jordan Peterson. I love listening to him as well. He speaks on very important topics that helps individuals. I love music, and the music I listen to on my off time, I love listening to L.Y.F.E because he speaks about things that really we as a people can really apply to our life and what is happening. And since he sang about those things a long time ago and still makes sense up to this time, I believe his message is one that is heavy. I'm going to say in some sense that inspiration comes from me as well, as an individual, wanting to live my life in a manner that I didn't waste my time here. We all come here for a short period of time, and I believe to waste your time and to live meaninglessly and to live carelessly is something that affects you, affects your society, affects your family, and it's not good for existence itself. And I think me as an individual, I try my best to do the best that I can do for myself and for those around me. So basically that's where I find inspiration.
Wow. So now that I received the book, what should I expect from reading it, or what should I learn from it?
At some point in life, we all ask ourselves many questions, and for you, basically, I think you will approach life in a manner where you would want to live a purposeful life, and this is where this book will help you. At such a delicate age, you might not be walking down that path as well, but later on you will contend with those questions that life will ask you either way. And when you get to that point, I think it would be okay for you to go back to this book to understand some of the things that you want to know about yourself, like who are you and why are you here, and the purpose that you want to serve in life. I believe that's what anybody who's searching for those questions, this book will be able to generate thoughts in their minds.
So thank you for this opportunity to interview, especially because I've never really interviewed someone who's written a book before, so an author. So thank you, it's really an honor.
Thank you as well, Amira. I really think it's a privilege to have this conversation with you.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Also, this was sponsored by African Organics, Pure Simple Natural.